Hello there and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video. This time I'll be showing you my entire LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection. Now I have more minifigures than this as all my clones and other troopers are missing, and for my latest mock I'm currently using a few of the figures, so I'll show you them at the end. Now if we look down here, I've got some pre-prequel figures, and this High Republic Yoda uses the torso from sequel Luke. So many of my other minifigures are missing as parts have been used for other customs. And also you might have noticed this brick, which just allows me to know when one era of figures is ending and another's beginning. So as you can see with the Phantom Menace figures, we have a Walden Shmi custom there, which use pieces from other Star Wars characters. And as we go on to the next line, you can see 3 Jedi from Attack of the Clones, which all use Kenobi's chestplate from either set. As we get to the front, you can see there's a custom Dooku that's sort of hidden away. It's a very basic minifigure, but this Anakin at the front, let me fix his partner's hair, is one of my favourite. As we get up past, you can see Keller and Beck that I've showed off in a video that I can tag top right of your screen, which shows off many of my other customs like these troopers that were my first LEGO Star Wars minifigures. These troopers have red arms to make them look like the troopers from the first episode of Clone Wars in the episode Ambush. There's a helmetless Pre-Vizsla in there, as well as a few minifigures missing helmets and arms, and that's because I haven't found all of them and I've tried to piece together so many of the characters. Some of their arms and legs are elsewhere, such as this Tarkin custom behind Tech uses the legs from a Miles Morales who's currently legless. There's a custom Cal Kestis I missed out in my custom minifigures as he was on display with the BD model that LEGO sold, but I made him using Mando's torso and blue arms and legs. Like that yellow robot on the left of the screen is a custom Ned B, but the robot itself is from the latest LEGO minifigure series. I like making custom rebels as well as all these pilots which just have random heads and hair on what's mostly X-Wing Luke torsos and legs. As you can see, all these characters at the back are yet to add to my collection, so these I wanted to display, as it won't be long before I have more Dark Troopers for a mock I'm working on, as well as the clones either side. There's a custom Admiral Akbar that uses the Snowtrooper torso from the old Snowtrooper minifigures, and right at the front we have this Moff Gideon figure, followed by Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth, Gor Karish behind him, Cad Bane, Quill and Peli Motto, as well as the Ahsoka, a muddy Mandalorian figure from his encounter with a Mudhorn, and Koska Reeves. Now all of these other customs I've showed off, such as my Bobas, you've seen ample times, but that R5 figure right at the back of the queue is actually not R5's Lego figure. Now whilst there is an R5 Lego droid, this is the one that looks similar to him that shows up in A New Hope. As you can see, I have loads of other characters from the sequels, my only customs really being the 2 at the front, Luke and Leia from their training flashback in Rise of Skywalker, and I did miss out a few minifigures when ordering this, but I went back and fixed it up so many times and it took so long, so I just whacked them all here, including the clones, Tuskens and Final Order officers that didn't fit with my other troop collections. And right at the back here you can see a Palpatine from Rise, next to many more Imperial officials that I haven't put in with the rest. Now I do have an army of Jawas and droids as well. The droids in particular are my favourite as they're so diverse with all the different droid characters. You can see just at the back here I've got the ones from Vader's transformation, a probe droid, a few custom Imperial spy droids that I've created, another IG unit, just in front of that Snowman Red 5. And right near the front, Gonki from the Bad Batch set, as well as a few other characters missing arms and hands, and all my Porgs. Mando I decided could stay on the bike as there was space, and I've got these old limited edition figures, Leia, Ben, Luke, X-Wing Luke, and the Imperial TIE Pilot and Stormtrooper are actually from some of my very first sets. As you can see, there are no clones about here except for a few of these Phase 1 models, this actually being the 4th clone from my very first set, so let's now go over and take a look at all of my armies. As you can see, I have plenty of clones, as I do favour the prequel trilogy for some reason, and all my droids here are actually enough to combat my 501st clones almost on a 1-to-1 scale. You can see at the front here I've got a blue commander droid and 2 green Kashyyyk droids, and right at the back I've got 3PO whose head's being held on by a little axle gripper and a hollow stud. I do enjoy getting droids and we do need more, however they're being wiped out by all these clones that I've got. Right at the front I've got the specials and the officer 501st, and I do have another set just in the back left corner there that I'll be opening hopefully very soon. Now all the troops behind are from the first 501st battle pack, however these 212 troopers are all from the ATTE, barring one that I got with a magazine shortly after its release. I have plenty of stormtroopers including the sand troopers, but most of them are plain, and I have many shore troopers, patrol troopers, scout troopers and snow troopers alongside all the other variants. And I also have a few first order troopers and final order with all the jet troopers that came in the battle packs. Now these are all the minifigures I've got in my mock at the minute. Hopefully you'll have seen it with the base, as at the minute I'm just waiting for the Lego pieces to show up. And I'm recording this before that video. But you can see I've got Han and Greedo just on their benches having their little shootout. And all the other minifigures from the scene, especially Garandon here who's holding a plate from my mystery Firestar bundle. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let me know any minifigures you wish you had in your collection, or maybe your favourite one that you already own. And let me know if you want me to open these sets and perhaps just ramble on a video for yous all to see. May the Force be with you always.